Hey everyone, welcome back to Coding Atlas. Today, we are going to explore another important and useful concept in Python, which is dictionary comprehension. We talked about list comprehension in our last video. If you missed that or you wish to learn about list comprehension, just visit the last video in this series, and I'll make sure to drop the link in the description below. So just like list, dictionaries also have their own version of comprehension, which is just as powerful as list comprehension. By the end of this video, you will know what dictionary comprehension is, how to create dictionaries using dictionary comprehension, and we also look at examples that show how efficient it can be. Just like we've already known, dictionary is a collection of key-value pairs in Python. It's like a list, but instead of holding just values, each item has a key and a corresponding value. Dictionary comprehension allows us to create or transform dictionaries in a single line, making the process shorter, easier, and more readable. Just like how list comprehension creates lists, dictionary comprehension is all about building dictionaries from existing attribute data type. Before we go into examples, let's look at the basic structure of dictionary comprehension. So in our last video, if you could still remember, we have the structure of list comprehension to be this. So we have the square bracket, the expression for item in attribute. So for dictionary, we can also form our dictionary comprehension for this. So you know, dictionary start and end with curly braces. So we are going to have curly braces instead of square brackets. Okay, our attribute is going to remain as attribute. Our item is going to remain as item. We can also perform another operation on that, and our expression. So rather than having just expression, you know, in a dictionary we have key value pairs. So we can have a key expression, and then we have the colon and then value expression. So these are what will be returned into our dictionary that will be formed from this attribute. This is going to stand for the key, and this is going to stand for the value. Whatever operation you want to perform on the item that is going to stand for your key, you perform it here. And whatever operation you want to perform on your item that is going to stand for the value, you perform it here. So this is what will be returned into your new dictionary that will be formed from this dictionary comprehension. In simple terms, what we are doing now is you are looping through something like a list or another dictionary, and you are creating a new dictionary by specifying the key and the value. Let's start with a basic example. Suppose we have a list of fruits. I want to create a dictionary where the fruits name are the keys and the length are the values. The length of the fruits names are the values. So how can we do that using dictionary comprehension? We can copy this from our last video. So let's say we have a list of fruits, and then we want to create a dictionary from this. The name of the fruit is going to be the key, and the length of the name is going to be the value. So to do this now, we can call the name of the variable, we can call it fruit length. So we'll be assigning the new dictionary to fruit length, t before h in length. So we have the curly braces, which is indicating that we are creating a dictionary. So we have the key expression. We have the key and the value expression. We can copy that. Let's copy that here. That is going to give us error for now. So we have the for keyword. Our item now is going to be each of the fruits. So we can call it fruit for fruit in roots. Roots is the name of the list. So our key expression is going to be the name of the fruit. So we can say this is fruit. We are not doing anything to the fruit name. So we can say fruit, and then our value is going to be the length of fruit. So to get that, we can use the length function to get the length of the name. So we say length, and then we have fruit. Now if we print this dictionary, let's print this using the print function. So we have fruit length. Run this now and see what we have. So we have apple to be 5, banana to be 6, cherry to be 6. So if we count this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here, fruit is each item in the fruit list. The key is the same as the fruit, and the value is the length of each of the fruits name, calculated using the length function. So without dictionary comprehension, if you are not using comprehension, you are going to write a longer for loop. To achieve this same result we achieved in a single line. To achieve it using for loop, we can comment this out. So we are going to have a for keyword, and then we are going to have fruits in fruits. Since we want to create a new dictionary, and say fruit length, that is going to be the name of the dictionary we want to create. Initially it's going to be an empty dictionary. So now we are going to say fruit length. Fruit is now going to be equal to length, the length function, and then we are going to pass fruit to it. I believe you can still remember this syntax. Here we are passing fruit as the key using the square bracket notation, and we are saying the value of the fruit is equal to the length of the fruit name, the length of the fruit name gotten from this length function. So now after the iteration, we can print fruit length. So you see now that we achieved the same result as using the dictionary comprehension. All of this now we achieved it using just this single line. So as you can see, dictionary comprehension makes the code shorter and more readable. You can also use dictionary comprehension with a range of numbers. Let's say we want to create a dictionary where the keys are numbers from 1 to 5 and the values are squares of those numbers. Here's how we can do that. Let's comment this out. You can also comment fruits out. You don't need fruits. So what we want to do is we want to create a dictionary from a range of number of 1 to 5. The key is going to be the number and the value is going to be the square of the numbers. So we can assign the new dictionary to the variable of squares. Now we are going to have curly braces. So we are going to have for number in range. We are dealing with range of 1 to 5, so we are going to stop at 6. Okay, now what we want to pass here, we want the number to be our key, colon, and the value should be the square of the number. So we are going to say the value is number double multiplied by 2. So here, let's print squares now. So you can see the number is the key, the square is the value. This is 1 raised to the power of 2 is 1. 2 is the number from the range function, and then the square of 2 is 4. 3 is the number, the square of 3 is 9. 4 is the number, the square of 4 is 16. 5 is the number from the range, and the square of 5 is 25. Dictionary comprehension is not just for creating new dictionaries. You can also use it to modify or transform an existing dictionary, which is probably the most use cases you'll be needing dictionary comprehension for. For example, let's say we have a dictionary of prices of some items, but we want to convert the prices from dollars to cents. Let's say we have a dictionary of prices in dollars. We can call it prices and say apple. Possibly the price of apple is $1.5. The next fruit can say it's banana. The price of banana can be $2. And you can say cherry. Here is going to be string. And the price of cherry, let's say is $1.5. Now we have the prices in dollars. If we want to convert this now to prices in cents, we can also use dictionary comprehension for this. So to convert this to cents, now we can call this prices in cents. Okay, to be more comprehensive, we can copy the syntax for dictionary comprehension so that you can easily follow along. So we can paste it here. Our attribute now is prices in dollars. So our item is going to remain as item. The key is going to remain as item. Now we want to convert the value to cents. This is in dollars. We want to convert it to cents. How can we access this value? If you remember when we dealt with looping over dictionary, you can access both the key and the value using the items method. So you can say dot items. So now this is going to stand for the key, and then we are going to have the value. So we can say we can call this price. So item is going to stand for the key now, and price is going to stand for the value. So item is going to be key, the value now is going to be price, and this price is currently dollars. To convert it to cents, what you have to do is just to multiply it by 100. So if you don't understand this, I advise that you visit our video on looping over dictionaries. So this items method is going to give you the chance to access both the key and the value of each of the properties in the dictionary. Now if we print these prices in cents, print price in cents. Okay, if we print this now, so you can see now that apple is 150 cents, banana is 200 cents, that is 2 times 100, and cherry is 250 cents. To make sure we have a consistent decimal place, we can as well call this 2.0. So you know that this is $2.00. If we run this again now, we're going to have 200 cents point zero. Just like list comprehension, you can also add conditions to dictionary comprehension. To add condition, the structure goes by this is the structure for ordinary dictionary comprehension. So to add condition to it, all you have to do is come to after the attribute, and then you have your if keyword, and then you pass the condition, just like your list comprehension. In this example now, let's say we want to pass only fruits that has price that is either greater than or equal to $2. So that means we will not be having apple which is $1.5. Let's say in our new dictionary now, we just want to pass only fruits that are greater than or equal to $2. So what we are going to do is we are going to come to after the attribute, use your if keyword, and then you are going to pass your condition. So the condition is going to be price to be greater than or equal to $2, 2.0. So if we run this now, you see that in the first iteration, the value of apple is $1.5. It doesn't satisfy this condition. Let me close our sidebar so you can see this on a straight line. So the value of apple does not satisfy this condition as it is not greater than 2 or equal to 2. So that one is left out. In the second iteration, 2.0 is equal to 2.0. So the condition is true. So this item is included in the new dictionary. And here 2.5 is greater than 2.0, which makes the condition to be true. So that is also included in the new dictionary. So this is how you add conditions to your dictionary comprehension. In the same vein, just like you have nested list comprehension, you can also have nested dictionary comprehension for more complex data structures. So let's say you have a dictionary of students and their grade in multiple subjects, and you want to convert their grade to percentages. So for example, you can comment this out. So let's say we have grades, that is grade of your student. You have them in a dictionary. So the key is going to be the name of your student. Let's say the first name of your student is Alice. Then Alice is going to be a dictionary of your student's grade. So let's say in maths, the score is, you can say 85. Okay. In science, the score of Alice in science is 90. However, we can also have another student, let's say Bob. So in maths, the score of Bob is 75. And in science, the score of Bob is 80. We are supposed to have a comma here. Now we have a nested dictionary structure. This is one dictionary, this is one dictionary nested inside of the overall dictionary. We can also use dictionary comprehension for this. So let's say we want to convert these scores down to percentage. To use dictionary comprehension for that, we can call the new dictionary, we can call it percentages. Percentage is going to be our dictionary, so we have curly braces, percentages. Okay, my spelling is not correct. So the first thing we are going to have is we have our for loop, or let's say our expression to denote what we are going to perform there. So we have the for keyword. So we are going to have the key and the value. So the key is going to be the student, and the value is going to be, we can say it's subjects. We can say students, which is going to be key, and the value is the subjects. Okay, then in our attribute now is grades. Okay, so I believe you understand up to this point. Now let's deal with the expression. The key is going to be students, so we have student as the key. Okay, and then the value is going to, we're going to get the value from the nested dictionaries, which is a dictionary of the subject and the score. We want to convert the score to percentage. So we are going to have a dictionary here. Now, inside of this dictionary, we need to iterate over this nested dictionary. So we are still going to have expression also here. So we have expression. We have the for keyword. So here we have subjects and we have grade. So we can say subjects and grade. So this one now is going to be, this dictionary now is going to be subjects. So we have subjects. Now our expression, which is what will be returned in our dictionary. What is going to stand as our key? This key is going to be the subject, which is math and science. So we have the subject, not subjects now. Subject is this whole dictionary, while subject is the key itself. And then the value of subject is going to be the grade divided by 100. So we are going to have grade, since we are converting them to percentage. Now if we run this now, if we print this, let's print our percentages. You can as well format this so it will be easier to understand. So we have this, and then we have a nested, so we can bring this down. Okay, so I think this is better formatted. We can bring this to the edge here. Okay, so if we run this now, okay, so we have value error, too many values to unpack. Why could that be? To access the key and value in grades, so we need to use the items method. We didn't use the items method, which is why we run into that error. So using the items method, now we have the access to the key and the value. Initially, we did not use the items method, so we only have access to the key and not the value. So that means subjects will not be defined. Also, here we need to use the items method so that we are going to have access to both the subject and the grade. So we have items. Since we are dealing with nested dictionary in another dictionary. So let's run this again and see what we have. So you can see now that each of the grades has been converted to the percentage value. Here we have 85%, so we have 0.85. We have 90 to be 0.9, 75 to be 0.75, 80 to be 0.8. So what happened here is that initially we first iterate over the whole dictionary. So in the first iteration, we have Alice to be the key, which is the students, and we have this dictionary to be the subjects, which is the value. So in the first iteration, we dealt with Alice. In the second iteration, we dealt with Bob. Now we have students to be returned as the key, just as we have here, and we have this subject to be returned as the value. So inside of the subject dictionary now, we perform another dictionary comprehension. So we have the for keyword. This is our expression. This is the for keyword. And this is our attribute. In the attribute, we have Using the items method, we have access to the key, which is the subject, and we have access to the grade, which is the value. Now we are returning the subjects. So we are returning the subject, that is what we have there. And then we are returning the grade divided by 100 to convert it to percentage. And that is why we have this new comprehension here. Initially, it might be a bit confusing, but with more and more practice, you get used to it and you have a grasp of it. Dictionary comprehension is used when you want to create a new dictionary from an iterable, or you need to modify or transform an existing dictionary. The logic is simple and it fits within just one line. However, just like with list comprehension, if the logic gets too complicated, it's better to use a regular for loop to keep your code more readable. In this video, we've learned what dictionary comprehension is and how it works, the syntax for writing dictionary comprehensions, example of creating, transforming, and filtering dictionaries. Thanks for watching. Keep coding with Coding Atlas, and I will see you in the next video.